Rob, can you just looking at the team?
Yeah.
You obviously had some injuries. I see Ron is out. So
Yeah.
obviously Tyler, just talk us through those changes and.
Yeah. Look, I've always said right from the word go, this is going to be the year we will expose the bigger squad, and I think it's the right time to do it. This weekend. So we've had there's all these changes are either through little niggles that the guys have or it's rotational changes. So maybe we just want to start with at full back with Reino coming in. So Fussy had a bit of a knock against the heads. He's going to be, he's alright. He's well on track. But obviously we didn't need to risk him for this game, or we didn't want to risk him for this game. Just give him extra time. So Reino comes in. Reino did really well. I think did well when he came on. And then Kerwin's coming back from the little mishap he had in training the other day. So that's great. Jeremy's is starting at 12. Andre's getting just a chance off the bench and a little bit of a break. And so Jeremy also just reward for having a really good season so far. And then Vian comes in for Tyler. That's got a shoulder injury. We're not too sure how long that's going to be, but it looks like 4 to 6 weeks at this stage. And then Ruan we're giving Ruan a rest this weekend. So Gideon Kuchlenberg is coming in, and Ruben van Heerden, who will be playing when he comes on the field, playing his first Super Rugby cap, but also against his old team. And then we have a few other changes. Fez is coming in, Mbata for Kieran on the bench, Grant Williams for Cameron. So all in all, a nice mix but I'm really excited about the team that we've selected.
Rob, Ron carried quite a bit of the sort of physical, as well as Tyler,
Yeah.
The physical work in the last couple of games. You say you're resting him, but you get someone like Gideon. Is that like a like-for-like replacement? In
No,
your mind?
definitely. I think Kuchis is a guy that thrives on the physicality side of the game. So I'm not really concerned about that. And he's a guy who's been fantastic for us in pre-season. He's a hard worker. And then Fossey, his record speaks for himself. He's a tough guy, right type of guy to take to Loftus.
Louis, maybe we can switch it over to your side. Like Navashni said, 100 Super Rugby caps. Has that gone by in a bit of a flash for you? Can you believe you're already at this milestone?
Yeah, I think it's exciting for me. Obviously, didn't give it much thought yet, but for me, it's not about myself. Obviously, it's about the team, how we perform. So that will definitely take a backseat this weekend. It's all about the Sharks and how well we go.
How are you going about motivating the team this week? In hindsight, with the loss from the Stormers, probably a game you might have won if you guys perhaps had a bit more forward ascendancy.
Yeah, I don't think it's really up to me for motivation this weekend. I think if you don't motivate yourself this weekend and you aren't motivated, then you're in the wrong profession, especially after a loss against the Stormers. So I think it's a really exciting squad we got this weekend. I'm really happy for the Oaks that got selected, especially the debutants, and the Oaks that have consistently performed. So yeah, I think motivation will be there.
Rob, what do you make of the Bulls? They've been fantastic. A lot's been made of Schalk Brits coming back. You won. Yep. They were saying he should have been, man of the match. Andre got it last weekend, but he was also fantastic. They've had Dwayne back. The whole spine of their team, Schalk, Dwayne, Andre, fantastic players. They're going to be really tough to beat this weekend.
No, that's for sure. They've got a good team. Dismantled the Lions on Saturday. And it's a South African derby, it's going to be a big physical battle at Loftus. As Louis has mentioned, we're going to have to be up for it physically. That's where the game is going to be won or lost with the forwards. Always starts and finishes with a forward.
You did have a chance to play them in that pre-season
Yeah.
warm-up in Belito. Do you think it's going to be a completely different game this time around?
Yeah, it was a warm-up game, you know. So no pressure on the game. This is a game that we want to win. You know, we're going up to Loftus to win this game. So and I'm sure they don't want to lose at Loftus.